Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now for this one I will be changing it up and hopefully leaving it up to discussion. I don't know if I'll commentate on the entire video or not, but since Gears of War already has a little bit over a year, I just want to see, there's a lot of people that already left the game. So for those of you that are still watching and still playing, I want to know what you guys thought of Gears 4 in an honest opinion. And if you guys thought it sucked, that's cool. You know, just say you guys thought it sucked. And if you guys thought it was good, just say that you thought it was good. You know, but I'm more interested to see also what you guys liked and didn't like about the game. So, for example, to start it off, I'll tell you some of the things that I liked and some of the things that I didn't like. One of the things that I liked were the game modes. Most of them are typical Gears. Some of my favorite game modes. You had, Execution and all of that. Guardian, King of the Hill, obviously my favorite. TDM, and Dodgeball was a new one, and I really enjoyed it. Excuse me. I thought it was pretty darn good. So I thought they had a good balance. Escalation, I believe, was new. Maybe it was returning. I'm not exactly sure. Because I think I had played a game more like Escalation before. Or Onyx or something like that for Gears 2. But it was a good game mode. The only issue for me is that it had too many teams on it. And I'm a solo player. So it was a little bit hard for me to play. But I still did okay some of the time. And unfortunately, I did not play it as much as I would have liked to, but it was a good, solid game mode. So I really did enjoy the game modes that they had. One thing that I did not enjoy that much is that even though they had events, and that's one of the reasons that I like Gears so much, the events didn't seem quite as cool as they did to me back in Gears 3. So, I mean, that's just an opinion. You guys can agree or disagree with that, but that is my opinion. I feel that they had way cooler events during Gears 3 than what they had here. And I don't know, like this Pumpkinhead, I wish it would have been a sniping one. We did have a few sniping game modes, but most of the people, all they do is camp and stuff like that. Then we had, some of the maps. I didn't like the map rotation. Like who the heck put, what was it called, Blood Drive? Like really, every time we had the one shot kill and the golden bolt talk, whatever, every motherfucker put escalation, Blood Drive, I mean, and all they did was just bitch camp on any side or whatever of spawn and stay there the entire time, and it just sucked dick. That is honestly my opinion on it. Gridlock, I hate that fucking map. I've said it plenty of times. I had some really good games on it though. Sometimes it's fun, it depends on who is playing and how they're playing it. So sometimes it can be really fun, but for the most part you see a lot of Lancers, a lot of people camping from up top and not really moving or anything like that, and it just sucks dick. So on some of the maps I really did dislike them. Some of them I think they came out a little too late. There were some pretty solid maps that a lot of people didn't like playing because they were too Nasher heavy, and I don't know, but I'm a Nasher guy, and I like maps where I can use the Nasher. I don't like maps where I have to use something else that is in the Nasher. And the lag on this game is next level shit. It really is. It's retarded, it's terrible, and it sucks. Like every fucking other match that I played, I had to play with so much lag. It was ridiculous. Like that guy, I downed him after he jumped over cover. That happened to me so many times, and it was so frustrating because you think you got away, and hell no, the game comes back and fucking dicks on you. So there was a lot of bad stuff about it, and don't even get me started with my favorite weapon, the fucking Nasher. They nerfed this shit so much, it was fucking ridiculous. It's like they, I already played Gears 5 and 6, I got a preview on their fucking bullshit of a Nasher. But, as much as I like Gears and as much as I like the Nasher, I try not to complain as I was playing the game and as I was recording videos on it. And that doesn't mean that I'm done with Gears. Like I've said previously. I will be playing COD, maybe other games, I'm not sure yet, or maybe I'll just come back to old reliable Gears. But for now, all I have in my mind is COD and trying to expand to some other games. But and look at this bullshit. Like, look at how unreliable this shit is. It's not like I wasn't not just aiming at him and shot him like a few times, but then you always had all of these people that ate bullets like crazy, which is typical Gears, but it's always a load of bullshit. So to go back with what I was saying with the Nasher, I will be playing it, you know, every once in a while, but not as often. And it's mostly scheduling issues more than anything, and me trying to play some COD, because the new COD looks pretty good. So far, it looks pretty good. But yeah. So the Nasher was always super inconsistent. Every fucking nerf I had to learn how to fucking adjust to this bullshit and try to get it. And no matter how much like research I tried doing and stuff like that, I still could never fucking get where it was aiming at. Like, for me, it was aiming always somewhere differently. And some of these dicks figured it out, that if you wall bounce like almost every time before you take a shot, it'll aim at a particular area, and that's why you saw so many people wall bouncing like crazy before they shot. But other than that, I just couldn't figure it out. You know, to me that was a little bit of a cheap trick, but you know, I couldn't figure out the Nasher on this game. Like, really couldn't figure it out. And that really pissed me off, because if it would have been Gears CU, if it would have been Gears 3, I would have destroyed so many more people. It would have been insane. So it just drove me nuts that I couldn't figure it out, and here I'm gonna kill myself like a moron. And it wasn't on purpose. I knew somebody was coming behind me, but I thought I was gonna be able to take this fool that was just rolling around like a crazy guy. But anyways, to continue with what I was saying, I hated the fucking Enforcer and Hammer Burst. And I do dislike the Lancer and Pistol. Like, to me, there is no purpose for those weapons. It's fucking Gears. It's either you got a dick or you don't. You know, it's Nashers balls all the way balls out, or, you know, or you're just a pussy and you can't use the Nasher. But you know, I couldn't use the Nasher and I still fucking went balls to the wall with that shit. So I don't know, for me there's no excuses for people that all they do is come in, use the fucking Hammer Burst, which was a load of bullshit, or the Retro, that was even fucking worse. The fucking, what's it called? Enforcer was a load of horse shit as well. And the Lancer was alright. The biggest bullshit with the Lancer, look at this guy just fucking eating bullets. But the biggest problem with the Lancer was that every motherfucking time that I used it, it didn't down shit. But I got shot with it 3 times from an opponent and I was down in my knees, you know, praying. So to me that was a load of crap. The sniper I liked. I didn't like how stupid the accuracy would go when you would move. Like, you would have to stand still. Typical Gears, but still. You know, I wished it would have been a lot more accurate moving, but then you would have those ridiculous people just doming everyone. So it balances out. The turbo was good. Grenades, I've never learned how to use them, as you guys can tell. But I still like them. They're pretty fun, especially when you use like incendiary or whatever, or you're trying to take an entire team at once. Another game is about to start, so I'm just waiting for it, because that was a short video, and this next one that is coming up is a short video as well. So I thought you guys would just enjoy maybe 2 back to back, and I don't know, you know, talk about this topic, see what I didn't like, what I did like, and then give it up to you guys. One of the things that I like were active reloads. I didn't like how inconsistent they were. I hit most of them right on point and I still didn't get it. You really did have to shoot one shot, and it reminded me of Gears 3. And I didn't want to be shooting one shot all the time off spawn like a fucking noob. A lot of people did do it, but I just, you know, this is 2017, we're done with those cheap tricks, so I was just trying to be fair with people. Although technically, anything that gives you an advantage, if you use it correctly, you're smart. And I didn't use a lot of this stuff correctly, but anyways, maybe I should have, you know, because I was trying to be a little bit maybe too flashy for this channel or something, I don't know. But I think I could have done a lot better if I would have focused on some other stuff more so than what I did. So, um, a few characters were a little too spongy, but that is typical Gears though. And a lot of people use them knowing that they're spongy, and there's nothing you can really do about that. But for the most part, I like the characters, I like what they did with them. I just don't like the fact that they were so fucking hard to get. That is one thing that drove me crazy. Like, I don't know how much money I fucking saved up and spent, you know, in coins, because I'm not gonna spend real money on this bullshit. But I have no clue how many hours I put in, save money for a few particular packs that I knew were coming out to try to get a character. Couldn't fucking land them at all. And to me, that was a load of horseshit, because I know that they want me to fucking spend real money on this shit. But when it's that unbalanced, I would not spend a dime on this horseshit. You know, so I thought that was a real cheap shot on Gears trying to make more money. Like, they fucking COD did it. I don't know who was the first one that did it. Somebody did it. They made a killing of money, and now every motherfucker wants to fucking put these stupid purchases on their games, and it's retarded. And but yeah, so here, look at me fail. But anyways, you know, that is something that really drove me nuts. It was so inconsistent. Most of the characters that I had to create using coins or whatever, the craftable things, and it was just ridiculous. I didn't get many characters at all, and I really did buy a ton of packs where I should have been getting characters from left to right, and I didn't. So that was super frustrating. And here, more towards the end, I went on a dry run, and the characters that I did get were repeats. That's what I fucking hated the most. I'm like, not only do I not get characters like every 3 months, which is quite accurate actually, but the fucking characters that I got after, you know, the first 3 characters that I opened up luckily were fucking repeats, and I was so pissed off at that. I'm like, why is it that it takes me 3 months to get another character, and when I do get them, it's a fucking repeat? You know, that just drove me crazy. But other than that, you know, they had great solid maps all around. A lot of wall bouncing, which was good. I liked it. And like Fountain or whatever it was called, Foundation, whatever, that was a great solid map. I really did like a lot of these maps. I like them bringing back canals. I like them bringing back the old school Gears of War 1 map that I haven't yet played because I don't have the DLC, but hopefully shortly I will play it, and stuff like that are always fun. And I don't know, it was a great solid game. You know, it kept me addicted to Gears for as long as I've been addicted to it, and more than likely I will continue to play Gears till the next one comes out. But you know, for me, it was a solid game. It was a solid campaign as well. I really did enjoy it. It was really different and all of that, but it was amazing. And just the visuals and everything, just the fact that we have Gears, I am just so happy to be able to play Gears. You guys have no idea how happy that makes me. So although they did have a lot of bad things, you know, it is good old Gears. It's a love-hate relationship. I love Gears to death. I will always be a Gears fan. And even though they had some bad stuff, that is not enough to, you know, keep me away from it. You guys can mark my words. I will be back for Gears, for some more Gears as soon as some of the new maps hit, you know, from the Gears 1 and stuff like that. So I am in no way leaving Gears. You know, I love this game to death, and hopefully they will not nerf this motherfucker anymore. Because damn, every time that they do, I have to relearn some shit and readjust aims and shit like that. It is fucking ridiculous. It messes with my game. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed Gears as well. I want to see if you guys didn't, and why. I told you just a few brief things of what I liked, what I didn't. Mostly what I didn't. That's easiest. But at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I've always loved Gears. I will always love it, and I will always play it for sure. And as long as I continue to do YouTube, more than likely I will continue to upload it. So hopefully you guys enjoy and all of that. Leave a like, leave your comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.